Sup. Okay, so because the video I just made like 15 minutes ago is super short, I thought I'd do another one, and I thought I'd do something more like traditional, and I'm going to be doing the booktube newbie tag, 'cause I guess that's what I'm doing now. I don't know. So I kind of just, I have no plan to this, so I don't even know what to say. So let's get to the question, I guess, because that's what I'm going to do. So the very first question is, why did you start this channel? And honestly, well, I do know. I know exactly why I did it, because one of my friends forced me to. I don't mind... Okay, I don't mind public speaking. It's actually a strong suit of mine. When there's an actual audience there that you can see and interact with, I have no problems with public speaking. I did when I was in high school, but when I went to college, I quickly got over that because I was in a lot of English and art classes, and there's so much presentation involved that like it quickly got rid of that for me. But in front of a camera, alone in my bedroom, it's way different. Yeah, I feel much more awkward. So I kind of put it off until one of my friends convinced me to do it, so I started it. And I'm trying to stick to it, especially after my last job, which left me with like no free time. And now I have one where I do have more free time, and I can do stuff I like. I read a lot more. Already up to 21 books this year. So I started this channel because my friend talked me into it, and I had the free time. And you know what? I thought it'd be fun. I love to read. I love a lot of stuff, so I figured I'm going to share it on YouTube and see where it goes. The second question, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Probably nothing. No, let's see. I really wish I'd planned this out a bit more, but, so, if you watched my book haul video, you'll notice something about the kind of books I buy. I generally buy older books because I grew up being kind of poor, and the only books I could really get my hands on were like books from a local used bookstore, or the books that I got like at my birthday. Like getting the new Harry Potter books when they were coming out was a big deal to me. It wasn't something me or my family could really afford at the time. So I read a lot of older books that I could get for like $2 instead of like 19 or 20 or 10. Like it was just more cost effective that way. So when I started reading, I read older books. I'll probably talk a lot more about older books than newer books. But we'll see. Other than that, I'm very lazy. That's one thing I can bring to it. Super lazy. If I do start editing my videos properly, it's probably not going to be anytime soon. Maybe if I get more subscribers or something and I feel like, okay, I should really put more effort into this, then maybe I'll do that. But right now, I'm just kind of doing this for fun. I really want to get more missing words, but get more comfortable, and then we'll see what happens. Third question, what are you most excited about for this channel? Ooh, good question. I don't know. I like to talk, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited to maybe meet new people that also like books, things that I like. I don't have a whole bunch of friends that read nearly as much as I do, or read like in the same vein as I do. So that'd be fun. Why do I love reading? That's the fourth question. So, growing up, first of all, I'm dyslexic. And when I was growing up, when I was younger, I had glasses, which I still wear glasses, but I had braces. And I was super skinny for my age, and I was made fun of a lot. So books, I didn't start reading until I was like 12, because I am dyslexic. But it's not really an escape anymore, but it's just so much fun. I love story. I love watching characters grow and develop, and it's fun. Like, I love the stories. That's really it. I love video games too. I love people, so I love people that don't actually exist, and that exist in my mind, and they watch them grow and develop in fantastical ways. What book or series got you into reading? The fifth question. So that one's probably going to be the same for a lot of people, and it was obviously Harry Potter. So I was dyslexic, and when I was like 12, like a few of the Harry Potter books had come out already, so my mom picked them up, and I remember, because I still have the very first book that I got from the very first Harry Potter book I got. And my mom read it to us on her vacation. And then she started reading the second book, but she didn't have time to finish it, so I finished it. And then the third one, I think, came out like right around then, or it already come out, and we went and got that, and I read that. And then I read the first 4 books of the Christopher Stashef series, A Wizard and a Rhyme, and then I think I read like the first 3 Wheel of Time books by Robert Jordan, a series that I've still yet to finish. I have my reasons, but I haven't finished it. I really should, but I'm scared to. So though it was those 3 series really got me into reading, and I started reading a lot. And now I own like something like, I think 1,300 books, somewhere around there, last time I counted. I'm gonna skip this question. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I don't know. If I had time, if I had thought about doing this beforehand, I probably would have had some good questions for people. But, nah, not right now. So, what's the next one? What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I am lazy. I'm also like at a weird place with my job right now. I quit a very stressful job in February, but this current job is kind of stressful too in different ways. So maybe I'll have to get a new job soon. We'll see. That might cut back on my hours. I might not be able to record as much as I do now. But also just the being lazy. Like, I am a very lazy person. I really rather like lay in bed and read. I am starting to like this a lot more, but we'll see what happens. Man, these questions are awful for me. I should have prepared. When did I start reading? I answered that earlier. I was 12. The summer between, I think, I forget. But I was like 12 when it happened. Where do I read? So, anywhere, really. I will read, in my bed, in this chair. Literally, I will lay, when I'm looking for the next book I want to read, I will lay on my floor in front of my bookshelf and just pull out books and start reading them. And be like, ooh, what do I want to read now? Especially the stuff on my to-read list isn't really, like, popping out at me. I'm like, I don't want to do something else. So I'll just lay on the floor and read. What kind of books do you like? Okay, so a lot. Fantasy is like my major thing. I really love fantasy. There are a few science fiction books that I like, but I'm not super into them. There's a few westerns that I've enjoyed, but like again, not something I'm actively like, oh, I want a western. Like, the reason I started reading westerns, I wanted to read something different from what I normally do. So I've also, and some mysteries can be really fun. Depending on who writes them, like some of them are like, there's this one that I was reading that was fucking awful. It starts off with people having sex, and I just think that is probably like the worst way to, well, not the worst way, but it's one of the worst ways to start, like especially a mystery. Like you start with people having sex, and then it's kind of like, I don't care. Like, can't you do that like till later on when you care about the characters? But no, I guess not. So I didn't even finish that one. It just kind of, I also like some like other books. Like I like science books. I do love self-help books. I probably read way more than I should, and I also read a shit ton of, I'm looking at right now, of the how to write books. And some of them are really, really cool. Like this one, right? The one I'm looking at right now is Reflection by Diana Wayne Jones, who's one of my favorite writers. And that's a really good one. It has a foreword by Neil Gaiman, who, like, I need to find a book of his that I really like, because the ones I've read have just been kind of they weren't great. Like, I've read Stardust and then An Ocean and a Lane, and they're both interesting. They're just not, like, they're not gripping. They don't, like, pull me in. They don't make me care about the characters. I was reading that Ocean and the Lane. I knew something was going to happen. There was just shit that didn't make sense. And I was like, ooh, I know something bad's going to happen to this little girl the entire time. And I was right. And that ruined it for me. Like, I did not feel any suspense. I knew something was going to happen. So there was no suspense. There wasn't. Like, I knew it was something. I knew basically what was going to happen. I was right. I was wrong about what they were. I thought they were something else. Maybe I think that's probably where the inspiration came from, though. Anyways, I don't want spoilers for it, but that is kind of a big spoiler. Something bad happens to the girl. The end. Okay. This is enough. Okay, I'm done. This is ridiculous. Oh well, right? Whatever. Bye. Bye.